Hello, everybody. Grand Rising. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. Thank you all so much for watching and all of your continued support. All of my subscribers, thank you. If you have yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. And at the end of the videos, please comment, like the video by hitting the thumbs up, and share the video with other people. Please do that. YouTube is asking all of us creators to please ask you to hit the thumbs up button. If you would like to email me, you may do so. walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. All this week I've been talking about random thoughts. I've been wearing my ethnic jewelry, and I'm also representing the Baltimore Ravens, who won their game. You win and I will rep. I don't know who I'll rep, but I usually rep the teams who did and a great comeback win or a blowout win. And of course I'm going to rep the teams that's undefeated, like Florida State. All right, y'all, yesterday I talked about some things of bringing yourself in corrections, how the older people used to correct us. And today I want to talk about on this just food for thought for you and some random thoughts for you, so that when you go into the new year, there's some things you're going to leave behind. You're not going to take some of this mess with you. You are going to work on improving yourself, empowering yourself, motivating yourself to do better. So there's some things I was thinking about people. Can you look at a person and look into their eyes and tell that something is wrong? Have you ever felt somebody's energy and felt that something is off with this person? And there are people you know that, really know, not just people you're familiar with, but people who are close to you. You can almost even feel their pain, feel their hurt, kind of like being an empath. You can just feel it. But looking in a person's eyes, when they can tell you, oh, I'm fine, I'm good, but you know something's off. Something is just not right. And we're going to have a little conversation about that today. Now, remember, I'm not an expert. I'm not a guru. I'm just offering some thoughts about some emails that you send me and just some topics you want me to bring up. But sometimes I can look in a person's eyes and I can tell something is missing, something is wrong. And I'm not judging and I'm not saying anything in a negative light. But you know what? It's time you become honest. And it's okay if something is going on with you and you desire not to talk about it right then, but the more you keep this thing inside you, it's just going to fester and fester until one day you're just going to explode. It concerns me about different people. I kind of look at things. One of the first kind of people I look at is people who are always surrounding themselves with a whole bunch of people. They always got to have a crowd around them. They never can be alone. They always got to be with somebody. Even people after a breakup of a relationship, they move quickly and they're right in a full-blown relationship with somebody else, and you ain't even been single 30 days. They just don't want to be alone. I look at people like that. And you can usually tell something is missing from this person because they always have to be surrounded by a lot of people. Another kind of person I'm very leery and watchful of is people who have dark energy. Y'all understand what I'm saying? There's some people that carry dark energy. They energy, they may look a certain way, but you can sense something about this person is not right. Something is off with this person. This person, you look in their eyes and they seem to have no soul. Have you ever met people like that? Have you ever ran across people like that who are very cold people? And you can see the coldness in their eyes. People who are manipulative people. People who really just cut throat, and it seems like they don't have any human emotion. Those type of people concern me. I watch myself when I'm around those people. And you know what? Ask yourself, the people who are around these dark energy people, what is their purpose for being around that person? Because you know this person is no good. You know this person has bad traits and bad qualities. You know this person has done a lot of people wrong. You know this person has hurt a lot of people. And they go on with their life like they've done nothing. They show no remorse for their behavior. Don't you know there's a reason why you hanging around them? What is that reason? Also, another thing is I look at people who feel like they have to be on the scene at every event. You can't miss anything. You got to be there. Why do you feel the need to be there all the time? Why aren't you happy being home? Why aren't you happy doing things that is not around a whole group of people? Everybody, the people, I remember people that used to say they always got to be seen. They got to be seen everywhere they go. You got to make the scene. Another type of thing to think about when you look at people, you ever notice some people who are very sad and they have an emptiness about them? Even though they're speaking out of their mouth, they're good, I'm blessed and highly favored, you see the sadness in them. You see the emptiness that they're going through. They're trying to, I think, talk themselves into not being sad. The next person that puzzle me are people who are overly private, because that to me rings, why are you so secretive about your life? Those type of people just come across to me as if you're hiding something. And I'm not talking about not oversharing and always telling your business or maintaining a level of privacy in your life. I am talking about people who they're very secretive. They're very closed. You ask them simple questions and they never give you a direct answer. Those type of people. It's a difference between not oversharing and just a person who is a closed off person who you just can't get a read on, or they don't feel comfortable letting their guard down in a setting with you. And these are supposed to be some of your friends or your family members. They're just very guarded and everything is private and everything is secretive. I don't know. That puzzles me. I understand not talking your business, like I said. I understand that. And I understand maintaining some things private, but when you get overly private, I'm just beginning to think something's wrong with you. Something's off there. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Another type of person who puzzle me are people who try to convince you that they are happy and they don't need anybody. They're strong when they're falling apart inside. Why is it that we're taught to always portray this image of strength? I got strength. I'm not broken. I'm not going to let anybody get me down. I'm not. You know what? Sometimes it's okay to say, you know what? I'm not doing too well today. I need somebody to cover me in prayer. Pray with me. Partner with me. Speak with me so I can speak through myself and speak over myself. I'm puzzled by people who find it that they always got to tell you, oh, I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'm this. I'm that. Why do you have to say it? Because your behavior and your actions would display your happiness. But when a person is overly always got to feel like they got to convince the world how strong they are, and I'm not broken, it didn't get me down. Another thing that puzzles me, when people always say they don't need nobody. I'm good by myself. No man is an island. No man is an island or woman. And when I hear women say, I don't need a man, I don't want nobody. No, I don't think that's true. I think you don't want the type of man you had. I think you don't need the type of man that hurt you so bad and left you broken. That's what I'm thinking you're saying. When I hear people say, I don't want to be on this earth anymore. I just want to be gone. I just want everything to be over. I don't think you want to leave this earth. I just think you want to leave the hurt. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So many people walk around, and it's about an 80% type, these people, these types I just mentioned, about 80% of them I was reading in a magazine that said these people are the depressed people who keep it hidden, These are people who isolate themselves. These are people who lay in their room and cry for hours on end. These are people who are genuinely just frustrated, they're discouraged, they're depressed, and they don't know how to get themselves out of it. So they overcompensate this happiness. They overcompensate, I don't need nobody. These are the people who genuinely crying out for help. And when I see the rate of people who are unaliving themselves, I'm asking myself, did they really want to leave this earth? Or did they want to leave behind the hurt? Somebody hurt them. Something hurt them so bad. Something humiliated them. Somebody let them down. Someone disappointed them. Someone betrayed them. They lost. So you lose a lot of money. They had a business venture that went under. But is that the reason you don't want to be on the earth? Or is it because you just want to be rid of the shame, the pain, and the hurt? Y'all think about that as you enter in a new year and leave this year. How do you get rid of these things? How do you help yourself? And as I always say, journaling, and if you need to go see a therapist and get counseling, go do that. But when you always got to surround yourself with people and you're not happy being alone with yourself, you can't find things to entertain yourself, start checking that. Or when you find yourself doing the opposite thing, you isolating, you're not calling people back, you're not interacting with people. You may be present there, but mentally you somewhere else. These are things you need to start finding balance. These are things you need to start focusing on, getting yourself healed, getting yourself whole, getting yourself emotionally healthy. Because see, some people, you ever seen the gym rats? They run to the gym and they working out. But sometimes you ever been on the treadmill and after you get out your workout and you begin talking to people that has worked out that day, and you're just sitting, hydrating and things, and you're like, my God, this person got their body all together, they're into the physical health, but they messed up. Man, they done zapped what energy you had by a 10-minute conversation, because this person, they so depressed or they so stressed out. On the inside they messed up, but on the outside they appear to be all put together. Y'all know how many people hide behind being put together? Think about that. Don't go into the new year hiding behind being put together. It's all right to say, you know what, right now I'm kind of a mess. I'm not in no way ready for no relationship. I got to work on me. I got to get myself together. Now, don't use that as an excuse. Because some people been saying they trying to I'm working on me. You've been working on yourself 5 years and you haven't made any improvements. You still the same you was in 2000. You still the same way you was in the 1990s. When do you grow? When do you evolve? It's time, women, for y'all to evolve. Men, it's time for y'all to evolve and get some real manpower going. You sitting around here saying, I'm just going to work on me. I'm going to focus on doing me. What does that entail when people say that? What are you doing when you say, I'm doing me? What exactly are you doing? Because I don't see you doing any work. You're not putting in any work to better yourself. You're not putting in any work to improve yourself, to motivate yourself, to empower yourself. You're still doing the same thing over and over again, but you're saying you want different results and nothing about you has changed. Like I say, I'm no expert. I'm not here to pass judgment, but I'm just letting you know. You're surrounding yourself with people and everybody in your circle is the same way as you are. You don't challenge yourself to go higher, to be better. You don't see nothing wrong with the way you are. You don't see anything wrong with you staying in the house with the blinds closed and you got your pajamas on and you laying in the bed all day long. And you're not sick and you're not just a chill day. This is part of your everyday routine. This has become the norm for you. It's something wrong with that. This self-isolation, this I just don't want to be bothered with nobody. You can only do that for so long till you got to get with reality and deal with the real world. Y'all understand? We all go through times of bereavement and grieving. You know, when people transition and leave this earth who were close to us, you grieve, you cry, you feel sad. But then there are days when you can pick yourself up and go in there and cook a meal. Put your clothes on and get dressed. You got to go to work. Or put your clothes on. You got to go to the grocery store. Or you got to sit at the computer and pay your bills. You got to do something. You can't just lay there in this grief because the world keeps going on. You didn't pay the light bill. I just didn't pay the bill. I ain't paid the light bill. The light's off. Why the light's off? I don't know. I just couldn't pull myself together to pay it. You know, my mama passed. My daddy passed. And that happens to thousands of other people. That happened to me. But at some point, I said, I got to get myself up from here. I got to go to work. I got to cook. I got to eat. I got to manage the household. Yes, there are days you're going to be sad. There are going to be days when you feel like you're falling apart. There are going to be days when, no, you really don't want to be bothered with people. But that should not become your normal. That should not become the state of your life. All I'm saying, y'all, is watch your behaviors and check yourself and bring yourself into correction. And also watch the other people in your circle. Somebody is crying out for help. They may not verbalize it, but you should be able to pick up on things, especially people who, like your god sisters, your god brothers, your siblings, your cousins, your aunties. You should be able to pick up things. Husbands should be able to pick up things going on with their wives. You know, your wife sitting there falling apart and you thinking everything all right. And then you sitting up there, well, what's your problem today? What's wrong today? What's wrong today is you. You're not in tune enough with me to see something going on with me. I shouldn't have to tell you. There's just certain things a woman shouldn't have to tell her man. It's just certain things a man who is in love with you and have bonded with you and is connected to you, it's just some things he can feel. You ever had a man that he can pick up the phone 12, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, even if you're just dating, and call you, and he'll tell you, now what's going on? I want you to lay down and get some sleep. Let me just watch over you. Let me worry about this today. You ever had your husband to tell you, baby, I know this got to be paid, this got to be taken care of. Don't let me worry about that. I'm going to take care of this. I got this. Or you ever had a man to just tell you, babe, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about that. Lay down and go rest. Anybody ever had that? This is part of the problem. Man, you don't have your woman. You don't have your wife, man. This is what's going on. This why they feel empty. Okay, I can say this because I'm a woman. This why a woman is checked out on you. And now that the marriage is almost unsalvageable, now you going to swoop in here and act like you trying to save things and pick things up. And I want to work on my marriage. I've been telling you we need to work on this 2 years and you ain't done nothing. I done told you this 20 years and you've done nothing. It's the same old thing. We in 40 years of this thing and ain't nothing changed. All I'm saying is you need to think about things before you go into this new year. Fact is, some people are stuck. Yeah, some people are stuck. But then there are people who are not stuck. Why are you still with someone who you know you don't want to be with? Why are you with somebody who you can genuinely tell don't give a darn about you? They don't care. Why are you still listening to somebody and feel like you got to spend all your energy arguing with them? You're wasting your energy there. They're not going to change. This is who they are. Especially if they over 40, over 50. Not to mention if you got a man in his 60s, girl, he is not finna change. That's who that man is. And some men get upset when younger women leave them. Girl, you got to understand, this is a girl. You 60, she 25. Y'all ain't really got nothing in common. Some of you men in your 60s don't have anything in common with your current wife, your current partner. She's sick of you. I'm just going to put it out there for the women who can't say it. Pastor KZ going to say it. Boy, she's sick of you. Boy, bye. I should have wore the boy bye t-shirt today. She's sick of you. She's tired of talking to you. She's tired of waiting for something that is not going to happen. 20 years and you ain't changed. 15 years, you ain't changed. 5 years, you the same guy. And ladies, some of you knew what you had when you got him. You knew what you had when you got him. And ladies, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. Some of y'all got these guys when you was on the rebound from the guy that you really, really loved, that hurt you and broke your heart and betrayed a trust in you. And now you done got with this joker and done talk yourself into being in love with him. When you know your heart is still with the guy. He hurt you. Okay. He's apologized for it, but now you done ran off and married somebody else. Now you feel stuck. You miserable. Y'all, all I'm saying is I want y'all to have a level of peace. I want you to walk in your best life. And part of having your best life is sometimes you got to shake off some dead wood. Sometimes you got to shake off some people and let some people go to help yourself. Sometimes you are stuck. But then there are times you're really not stuck. You have options. Either way, you got options. You can choose to stay there and be there and just ride it out. Because I know what some women say. We've been in this over 25 years. No point in going nowhere now. That may be true to a certain extent. There's some men might say, no, man, I can't go nowhere. It's cheaper to keep her. I got all these kids here with her. I'll never have no spending money because all my money the government going to take for child support. So I'm stuck. Just saying, that's the truth. Some people are stuck. Some people don't want to break up their families. And I'm a proponent of families sticking together and staying together. I am a big, big proponent of marriage. Of course, Pastor KZ, you will say that because you're a woman of God. Yes, I am a woman of God. But I am also a woman. And I am not going to come in agreement with anything that is not conducive for your well-being or your health. Some of you, I know you listen to a lot of things people say in the religious world, but you still at the bottom. At the end of the day, ain't nobody in that house but you and them. And you know you know how many battered and abused women stay in marriages and in relationships because you're ashamed and you don't want people talking about you. But you're going to sit there and take this. You know how many women are in relationships with just men who are no good for them. And they don't want to be around them. They're unhappy. And it affects them in all aspects of their life. You know how many Christian women or church women sitting up in churches and they miserable at home. I'm just saying, y'all, it's time for us to get real and tell the truth about some things. I want y'all to be on the lookout. I have a couple of mini books coming out, and it's gonna delve into some of these things, especially for women of the faith, and actually women of all faiths, because I'm a type of person. I have material that will help anybody of all faiths. Doesn't matter what faith you are walking in. What I'm interested in is empowering you and inspiring you. So y'all take a look at some of these random thoughts I had all this week. And always remember, find balance. If nothing else, get your life balanced. You cannot be too much here and not enough there. Also get focused. Some of you need to get clarity of thought before this year ends. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And just remember, things can turn around for you, but you have to orchestrate some things. Stop sitting around waiting for someone to do something for you that you can do for yourself. It's okay to have your breakdown, but don't stay there too long. I'll see you back Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.